I'm Fabienne Fredrickson from clientattraction.com and mindsetretreat.com, and welcome to what did we call this? The Mindset Retreat Inspiration Hangout. I like that name. And you know, without feeling like I'm repeating myself, we are here today to talk about the process by which you get out of your own way and create astounding results. And what I've been on a journey of personal growth and development, spiritual development, faith development, not in a religious way, but really about believing in myself and in my potential and playing a much bigger game. And I've been on this journey for about 10, 15 years. And what I've noticed is that whenever I work on my own mindset, whenever I work on my personal growth and development, and by the way, I've just started a new round of personal growth and development because I want to get to the next level of my business, and I understand, and I hope that you write this down, to get to the next level of your business and your income, you must work on your mindset. There's no way around it. And because if you could have, how do I say this? If you could be at your next level, you would be already. It's a question of mindset. And I've created over the last 7 years or so a process by which not only I've taken myself to a personal growth and development place, a mindset place, where I've been able to multiply my results in a way that really shocks all others and said, like, where did she come from? And how is she creating the results she's creating, and in my income too, and in the quality of my life and the quality of my time off from my business, and the sheer number, the volume of people that we can help in our business. And I've noticed over the years that whenever I do work on my inner game, my outer game, meaning my client attraction, my marketing, and all that, create different results, much, much bigger results. And so for the last several years, I've been taking people through a process that I've called the mindset process, the mindset formula, the inner game of abundance. And this is where, even though I'm an expert in marketing, I have as you probably know, the Client Attraction Business School, clientattractionbusinessschool.com, and we have hundreds of students throughout the world. What I've realized is you can have all the great marketing in the world, all the great how-tos, but if deep down inside you don't believe, oops, something just happened here. Let me just click that off. This is live, folks. If you don't believe that you deserve it, if you don't believe in your capability, if you don't believe that you can achieve great things or make great money, then you won't. And as I've taken, at this point, thousands and thousands of people through my mindset process, called the inner game of abundance, they have been able to create results that are astounding, whereby in a year you can take somebody who's making less than $45,000 in their business and they're making $200,000. We have one of our students, Lucy Johnson, who started with probably around $50,000, and exactly 24 months to the day, she was making $1.2 million in her business. These are real numbers. These are nothing showy. This is what she's able to create, and she keeps coming back to the Client Attraction Business School to work with me, to my Mindset Retreat. You can find out more about the Mindset Retreat at mindsetretreat.com if it intrigues you. She comes back again and again because, as all of our students do, when you plug into this Mindset Retreat formula, when you begin to be exposed to it, you rapidly increase your results. There's nothing like it in the world. And I'm about to do my Mindset Retreat once again. This is probably my 7th time. Guys, is it 7th time? Yeah, they're nodding. It's the only event that I've done this many times. And the reason for that is because it's the one that creates results. Yes, marketing creates results too, but you can have the right marketing and the wrong mindset and you will not create results. Not the same as if you had the right marketing and the right mindset. And I've invited a few people, 3 people to be exact, people who have been through this mindset process with me and who have created amazing results for themselves. They were playing a small game, and you know, with all due respect, a small game or a medium game. And by virtue of going through this process with me in a very short period of time, under a year, they were able to multiply their income, say yes to opportunities they have never said yes to before, and really stretch what they believe is possible for themselves. And so I want you to hear their stories. I want you to, sorry, this is where I'm doing my own technology. I mean, it's rather interesting. Am I doing this right, Joe? Listen, do what you do well and surround yourself with people who do, did I do that right? Surround yourself with people who do things really well. I keep wanting to do it. All right, well, it is what it is.
Okay.
Okay, it is what it is. And so, sorry for the interruption. I want to introduce you to people because I can speak all day long about what mindset does for you. And it really is an amazing process. It's not until you hear from someone else, somebody who didn't know anything about mindset before, or didn't realize that it was such a powerful thing, that it affects anyone who goes through it in a positive way. And you hear their story. They're going to be vulnerable with you. They're going to be transparent with you. They might share some numbers with you. Please take this as an inspiration panel, an inspiration session. Because what I've realized over the last 14, 15 years of being in business is that when entrepreneurs hear about an opportunity, such as coming to the Mindset Retreat in a couple of weeks, they question less the value of the Mindset Retreat or a program or a mentor or whatever is being presented. They question that a little bit. But what they question more is whether they can do it, whether they will actually follow through and go through the learning and actually apply all of this. And in bringing 3 different people from totally different industries and having these wonderful people who, you know, will share their story with you, I want you to get inspired. And I want you to start believing in that little light inside of you that says, yes, you are here for bigger things. Yes, you do have what it takes. Yes, you are enough. Yes, you can do it. And it is my hope that at the end of this hour and 15 minutes together, you will begin to believe in yourself. You will begin to say yes to the opportunities that come to you to play a bigger game in your business and in your income. And if the Mindset Retreat is that for you, I just want to give you a couple of details about that. I'm sure I have it here someplace. The Mindset Retreat begins on Monday, December. Haley, it's Monday, September 28th, 29th?
Sunday.
Okay. Monday, September 29th until October 1st. It's happening in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. You can find out details at mindsetretreat.com. We'll share these stories. I'll share with you some of the bonuses that are still available until this coming Monday, the 22nd. And also this early tuition that is no longer available after Monday. So we'll talk about all of that later if it speaks to you. Listen, if the Mindset Retreat doesn't speak to you, that's cool. But stay here and hang out with us and allow yourself to be inspired. Put a pause on everything else, because perhaps this is the conversation that will change your life. Perhaps this is the hour where you will be inspired enough to make a decision and take a step outside of your comfort zone to come and hang out with a couple hundred people who are growth-minded people who believe in themselves, and go through this process with us that will forever change your life for the better. Perhaps today is the day to make that decision. And if so, you can go to mindsetretreat.com. We'll talk about it afterwards. So, how do I do this? We start here. I'm going to try this, guys. Okay, I think I am unmuting Christine. Christine, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, everybody. This
Hi, how are you?
is Christine Gallagher. And Christine, I'm so happy that you are here with us today. You and I know that you sent me a video a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago, and it's a private video. No one else will ever see it, but it was really you in this medium sharing with me what transpired for you as a result of doing this mindset work. And let me put Michelle on pause here. And what you've been able to create as a result. And it moved me to tears. And I know that you were moved to tears too. And but before that, just introduce yourself. Tell everybody what you do. Give them your website so they can go check you out and see the big game that you're playing. So introduce yourself, please, Christine.
So I'm Christine Gallagher, now DeFilippis, and I recently was married. And I'm a fitness entrepreneur, and I created redhotdancefitness.com, and I basically help people work out, make it fun by kind of pretending you're a backup dancer for Beyonce. And I've created these fitness programs, and what I do is teach fitness professionals as well as those that want to become fitness professionals. And prior to going to the mindset retreat, I really was, like you were saying, playing a very small game, and as a result of going, my business has changed. I don't even recognize it from a year or two ago.
Can you tell me a little bit about your mindset before coming to the mindset retreat, Christine? What headspace were you in? And nothing was wrong with you because you were in the same headspace that just about everybody is before they come. What were your thoughts? What were your beliefs? What was holding you back? Did you even know that something was holding you back?
Well, I actually used to use the excuse. Now I know it's an excuse because it's not my belief system now, but I used to use the excuse that I'm an introvert, and that's why I can't pursue certain opportunities that may present themselves. And while I am an introvert, I definitely am still an introvert. I was using that as an excuse when it really was fear and fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of not being good enough. And that came from a belief system that was built up growing up. I grew up in the dance world, and you are constantly being judged. You're never good enough. Body image issues, and being in the fitness industry as an adult and having 30 years of body image, like a negative body image dialogue going on in your head. It's really hard to, even when you're doing great, when people in my class are coming up, I never really knew that that dialogue was going on in my head was resulting in the way I acted as an adult, the opportunities I would pursue or not pursue, and it was really eye-opening to get to the bottom of it and to realize what the root cause of all of it was.
And I know that a lot of people feel that way. It's like, why, most people say, well, I'm doing okay, and I don't need that much more, and besides, I really don't want to go outside of my comfort zone because it'll be too much, too overwhelming, and all of that. Tell me about your satisfaction. Tell me about your income level back then, and tell me about your satisfaction level. Were you satisfied where you were? Were you frustrated that you weren't moving fast enough? Were you comparing yourself against others that were doing even better than you? Tell us about where you were along those lines.
Well, I'd have to say I was the fact that it's happy any exciting factors. Like when you go on a roller coaster, it's scary, but you're and I didn't have any of that. It was, just regular. But I was, happy. Income level industry is an interesting industry because, you're expected to do what you do because you love it, because you want to help other people. And the thought of, making a lot of money seems very selfish. And then that's kind of, fitness instructors, when they teach classes, you just don't get paid very much money. And I've been, it's pretty standard in the industry. If you are a fitness instructor, most people do it because do it as a hobby. And in fact, because the Lululemon costs money, iTunes, it becomes more of an expensive hobby than a job at all. And that mindset is very hard when you actually do want to make an income. At the time, I was single, I needed to provide for myself, and teaching 30 classes a week and running around like a crazy person and still not making enough money to live is very stressful. I loved what I did, but I couldn't live doing what I loved.
Like the starving, it's almost like the starving artist syndrome, where you do it because you would do it for free anyway, but you're doing it for almost for free, and yet it feels somehow wrong, but your entire environment of other dance instructors just keeps reinforcing that you shouldn't be making money at this, until you came to the mindset retreat. What happened in that room over those 3 days to shift you? Wait, even before I ask you that, for you, those of you who are on the line here, I want you to know that Christine aptly named her business. The first time I watched her dance, it took my breath away. I'm so moved by you, by how it's almost like spirit is moving through you. You can tell I'm moved already. It's almost like spirit is moving through you to watch you dance. You are red hot, and it's so contagious that it's almost like it comes through you, not of you. And so I want you guys to know that if she was struggling before, it's not for lack of talent. Christine has all the talent in the world and then some. So I just wanted to say that for the record. Christine, what happened to you over those, well, first, before that, what got you to say yes to the mindset retreat? Like, why did you get yourself on a plane, go all the way to Florida to spend 3 days with all these hundreds of people, and what happened over those 3 days for you to shift your results so dramatically?
It's funny that you mentioned my name of my business, because one of your other clients, Carrie Connick, is the mastermind behind the naming of my company. And it's funny, even during that process, she was, we were getting to the bottom of the feel of the program, going through the whole ideation of branding my company. And I was so resistant to a name like Red Hot, like, oh, I don't want that. That's not me. I'm not red hot. Like, it seemed like too much. So even at that point, I was resisting any opportunity to grow or
spotlight, right?
Right. So I had been working with Carrie, and then that's how I met you, and I started working with client attraction, and I was putting into place great strategies, really streamlined my business, became much more effective, and the marketing side of it, I didn't really know marketing at all, so just marketing my business alone was very vital to growth. But I found myself, and I said to say things like, that's not how they do it in my industry. I would be doing what you said about putting the one foot on the pedal and one foot on the brake and the gas at the same time. And I was doing a lot of that. So without the mindset retreat, knowing all the marketing strategies, it really was just a lot of effort. I was working more than I had previously, but at the same time not getting results, because, again, it was like pushing 100-pound sack of potatoes up a hill. It just wasn't very effective.
And you're literally working your tush off and not making any money, and not much money, not enough for you.
No, not at all. But again, yeah, I love what I did, so I did it. But going to mindset was a complete shift, and it was scary because I am an introvert. The first day having to talk to the person next to me, that was a little scary, but it got me uncomfortable, which was really important to do. And all the exercises, I feel like it was a giant therapy session. I spent a lot of time just reflecting. I'd go back to my room in between sessions and break down and cry and realize I'd have these realizations that what was going on, why I was doing the things I was doing, why I wasn't doing the things I should be doing, and it was really just like an aha moment over several days. And
Yeah.
still, to this day, even thinking about going back and looking at the materials from the event, it's it's a lot like exercise. Like, you can't just go and exercise once and you get the results. Like, I really feel like with mindset, it's a daily effort to stay in the right mindset and to really move forward.
Yeah. The what I've experienced is when people do cry at mindset, some do and many don't, but they cry a lot. They're like mourning the past, the lost opportunities that would have brought them to the next level had they said yes to them. But we are so ingrained, especially in this country, to have a knee-jerk reaction that says when an opportunity comes, like, oh, no, thanks. I can't afford it. I'm too busy. I'm an introvert. I don't feel like traveling. I'm not going to do that. I don't know enough. I'm not good enough. All of these reasons. So a lot of people mourn that. But it really created a shift, like a decisive shift within you. And you came back almost a different person, and ever since then I've heard you look different, not necessarily physically, but how you approach life. And you've been able to say yes to opportunities that you've said no to, categorically no to, for months if not years. What's transpired since the mindset retreat for you, and what results have you created?
I started making some much bigger decisions and taking on opportunities that I kind of thought in my head, oh no, that they'll say no. But if I don't approach it, then the answer is no anyway. So I got out of that mindset of just judging for myself whether or not they're going to say yes or no, and I definitely pursued opportunities that I may not have prior to mindset. I became the coach of a collegiate dance team, and I am a master trainer for another fitness company. And the biggest thing, and this is actually, I just celebrated my 40th birthday, and I have this process of writing down like 40 things that, or each year, 39, 38, depending on what year it is, of the things that I'm either grateful for that year or the things that I've accomplished. And most years, the majority of the things that I write down I'm grateful for. There's, 20 to 40% accomplishment, but mostly it's things that I'm grateful for. And this year I found myself writing down, I didn't have any stops along the way, like, I need another one. It was like one after the other, and then I looked down and I realized these are all accomplishments. So I had to actually make the list longer just to include some things I'm grateful for. I mean, I'm grateful for accomplishments, but I'm also grateful for things that I haven't accomplished. But the biggest thing, and this actually is the biggest thing as I look back on previous years, this is absolutely the biggest thing I've ever done in my life, the scariest thing I've ever done, and why I sent you the video was I filmed a fitness DVD that actually is in post-production right now and will be on sale. It'll be out in another month, and it was absolutely the scariest thing because it brought up all the fears of judgment. Am I not going to be good enough? Because in the fitness industry, and we all buy magazines, we all watch celebrities, and people are very judgmental about the way people look. And putting myself out there in this way that's on video, that people will be able to scrutinize me and say, oh, she can't dance, or she's not thin enough, or she's not this or that or whatever, it was a really scary thing to do. And even being on the set of the DVD, it was scary. I mean, just remembering everything and remembering to smile and, you know, just looking at all the cameras and making sure the backup, it was just a lot. It was a very, very exciting day.
And you did it. And prior to that, you had, you know, and you and I had talked many times when we get together about playing a bigger game and cloning yourself and leveraging what you're doing, so you're no longer doing it, you know, onesies, twosies classes, you know, where people pay you $15 to be with you. And now this was an opportunity to go mass market. Yeah. And you said no, and you said no, and you said no, and now it's happening. And not listening to that little inner critic, not listening to the judgment or having fear of the possible criticism. In fact, I'm adding a new section to the Mindset Retreat this year. The Mindset Retreat's happening in a couple weeks. That's focused all around not listening to what the haters say, because what the haters say often stop us from taking big action where we're following our gut, we're following our intuition, we're following our life's purpose. And I believe that with your leveraging yourself in this way with the DVDs, you are actually going to give women permission to be their red hot, fit selves, no matter what they look like. And I think you will give permission to a whole segment of the population who would never have done what they're about to do as a result of you. And I believe that in that way, you are changing our world in your own way, really creating a ripple effect. And you're getting rewarded financially because of it. How does that feel?
It feels amazing, because there's systems that I put into place in my business that I would say, I can't afford that. I can't afford to put this software to use on my website. I can't use Infusion software. I can't. All these things that I used to say I can't afford, that's the normal now. That's business. That's my business right now.
Yeah. And I've been teaching this with mindset, because a lot of people have issues around money. So just about everybody has issues around money. But one of the things that people are brought up to think that money is bad. And I believe that it's quite the opposite. Money comes from source, from spirit, from God, from the universe. It comes as a result of from saying yes to opportunities, following what you're here to do. And every single aspect of your life gets better with money. The opposite is a fallacy that a lot of people who've been brought up with a poverty mindset, even if they're middle class, they have a poverty mindset that tells them having too much money is not good. And I believe that rich people are not evil. I believe that evil people are evil. Yeah. And that you have just as many rich people as poor people who are evil. So money does not make you evil. It actually enhances your ability to give and to hire other people and things like that. I want to introduce everybody who's on the line to some of our other guests. And yet, before I do that, I would ask you, what would you say to someone who's been thinking about coming to the Mindset Retreat? They have until Monday to get the reduced tuition. The Mindset Retreat is coming up in a couple months, and yet they're on the fence. Should I, shouldn't I? Will it really work? What would you say to them, Christine?
From a business standpoint, it's only going to help your business. It's only going to help you, go bigger, and financially, you're just going to reap those benefits right away. I did with my business. I transferred my business to go online, and it's just, I'm looking forward to hitting the six-figure mark, hopefully by the end of the year. But personally, it is, even if you don't have a business, it will personally just make you more in touch with what you want to do, who you want to be, and just make you more confident and happier through life. So for me, it didn't just change my business. It changed who I am personally. It made my relationships better, and it just overall improved the quality of my life.
Yeah. I have been watching you since, 11, 12 months ago, since you came out of the Mindset Retreat, and it's really, you've done just a 180. It's so beautiful to watch you just really own who you are unapologetically, and to say no. I mean, to really claim, put your stake in the ground and say, I own this. I've got this. I'm doing this. And inspiring people along the way. So congratulations and high five. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here, Christine. Stick around, okay? Because I'll probably come back to you towards the end. And, okay, let's, listen, I'm good at some things. I'm not good at other things, but that's cool. I'm just going to get better at what I'm good at. Shelly Ryuta, you are on.
Woohoo!
Hi, Shelly.
Hello.
Mwah. So nice to be like this. I just saw you last week. I
know.
Get me a lot of Shelly.
Yes, it's awesome.
So what did you think about what Christine said?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
There's so much of what she said and the shifts and, those real yucky beliefs that hold us back, just they're so hurtful. When she was rattling them off, it just hurt my heart. It's like so many people struggling with that, and certainly I've struggled with that as well. So I loved what she said, with really making the shift and stepping into her beauty. She's amazing.
Absolutely. So tell us about you. Tell us about what your business, your website, and then take us back to before
Okay.
Mindset. You were already doing well in your business, but take us back before you walked into those doors in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, what your mindset was, what your results were in your business, what your state of mind was. Give us the whole background.
Okay, great. Well, I'm Shelly Ryuta, and I'm the president and founder of the Global Association of Holistic Psychotherapy and Coaching, and we work with therapists, healers, coaches, health practitioners to help them build six-figure plus practices, and we teach certification on holistic methods. And so, gosh, it's been I've been going to Mindset every year for the last 3 years, so scaling it back to 3 years ago. And when I came to Mindset, I had led my first live event for the association, and I did not get the results that I was looking for. And I was like a wounded puppy when I came to the Mindset, because I was just so much happened because I wasn't really dealing with the mindset stuff. So when I came to Mindset, it was so healing just for me to be in that space because, when you talk, Fabienne, about, being an entrepreneur is full contact sport. I mean, I was in the thick of it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, do I even want to go on? And I mean, I knew I had this big vision, but I was just like, I felt this pushback. And so when I went into Mindset, just being there, just being in the energy of it and just being around the love, and it was exactly what I needed to work through that inner gunk, because a part of me was like, I want to stop, and
wanting to give up. That when we don't see the results that we are expecting or wishing, I have to say most people just give up. They let their gunky mindset dictate their decisions instead of persevering and taking action with unwavering faith, which is what we talk about on the third day and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was so healing for me to be there, to do that inner healing, and to really get inspired, to clear. This is what got in the way of my results, because I did amazing marketing for that event, right?
Yeah.
So when you say you could be doing the most amazing marketing, but if you have this mindset stuff, it is going to get in the way. And really, the bigger your vision and the bigger you want to expand your business, the more intense that can be. So going to Mindset was such a huge shift for me on so many different levels. Then I went on to do my second event, which was phenomenal.
Amazing what just a 3-day event to shift, get you out of your own way and have you take different action creates different results. Tell me about that second event.
So the second event felt so much different. I felt like a different person really leading it.
You probably were.
Yeah, and things were effortless, and people were like signing up. It was just like where the first one felt like so much efforting, the second one was just because I had shifted
And so I got, the results were easier, you know, it just came, we have just an amazing experience, amazing people signing up. So we, at that event, it was like $150,000 came from that event, and there's been a ripple effect, you know, from that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Most people, see, for us, talking about $150,000 event or five-figure day, you know, six-figure weekend is our new normal because we're operating from a different mindset. But that $150,000 for someone who's just listening, some of our viewers today who are hanging out with us, they're like, wow, I didn't even know that was possible. You can do that in your business, and it's your new normal now.
It is. You know, and just even this morning, I was like looking around me because I'm in a new house.
Yeah.
You know, like things just keep, you know, I'm with my soulmate who's coming to Mindset with me, and we're so excited. But I'm like, gosh, my life, you know, from 3 years ago when I walked into Mindset today, I feel, you know, like a new person. I'm living in a new home. I'm in this amazing relationship. My business is, you know, we're going to a new level in our business. That's why I'm coming to Mindset, to really keep the momentum going. And so I'm so grateful for Mindset that I have that place to go.
What do you think the percentage increase of income? You know me, I don't do math in my head very well.
Yeah,
I can make the money, I can't count it. But
I know
that increase in percentage is from 3 years ago as a result of just continually working on your mindset and playing a bigger game and doing, I mean, you're rebranding. There was, I'm not going to share too much, but there was even some fear around rebranding on a few different levels. What will people think? How will people react? And in terms of mindset, you said, you know what? I'm doing this. I'm doing this no matter what they say.
Right, exactly. Huge, really huge to make those big leaps. So percentage increase, I would say, I don't know, 75% increase. I know this year our bookkeeper is like, we're double what we did last year.
Wow.
You know, so we're like, you know, just keeping on track with that. And then really this next year we're on track for $500,000. Woo! And so I think back, Fabienne, so grateful that I made that decision to go to Mindset 3 years ago, because I, again, was at a low point. You know, I could not have imagined I could be where I am today, and then moving forward even.
You've seen the people who attend Mindset year after year. I mean, you know, I can talk about all the transformations that people make, but you have seen them.
Yes.
I mean, it's crazy to see how people just become more of themselves. What have you witnessed with people? What happens to them?
It is. It's so beautiful because really it happens within those 3 days. I mean, transformation. People coming back from on break. Oh, I just signed a new client, or, you know, it's just a very in the moment experience of transformation. Yeah. And I love being in that energy. Yeah, you see people go from, like me, I was ready to give up, to being totally inspired. So you see that happening all over in the space of those 3 days.
Yeah, we're just within 2 or 3 years ready to give up to getting close to $500,000. I mean, that nobody talks about that because most people don't experience that. And I really do believe this process is transformational. You know, as you know, because you've been a few times, the first day is all about dreaming a bigger dream. Most people dream what I call vanilla dreams. Like, they play it safe with their dreams. Medium dreams or small dreams, as opposed to understanding that you are your own limitations. Your thoughts and your dreams, if they're big, they catapult you there. If they're small, they keep you small. And so the first day is about dreaming a bigger dream and learning the process of the game of life, the instructions to the game of life, the instructions to manifesting anything you need, and really feeling confident about playing a bigger game. So that is the day one of the Mindset Retreat, which is very powerful for people, because most people play like this, and then you're invited to play like this. Day two is about getting out of your own way, and it's all about why it hasn't happened yet, why it's happening for everybody else but not for you. And it's where we examine the beliefs, the fears, the self-image, the resentments, the judgments, the everything, that all that gunky stuff inside, that voice that says, no, you can't do this. No, not for you. It's for them. No, you know, everything you touch is like blah, blah, blah. All that gunky stuff that gets dealt with and moved to the side on day 2. And on day 3, it's about taking decisive action, being willing to do what others aren't willing to do, being committed, like throwing your whole self in, having faith, and understanding that you have a safety net at all times. And as you know, Shelley, I mean, just these sound like 3 simple steps, but it's really a transformational process. I believe it's a really elegant process too.
Yeah, there's so much that happens during those 3 days. And like that first day, I mean, that is huge, because people, like you said, people play small, and even the people who think they're playing big, they go to a whole new level in that first day.
Yeah. People who come in with nice little businesses walk out playing a bigger game. Most people make more money at the actual event. I actually teach people how to make more money during the event, as you know, because you've been through the process 3 times. But people who come in with already, you know, multiple 6-figure businesses, 7-figure businesses, multiply each time. Shelley, what would you say? I mean, you've been 3 times, and you know, you just keep coming back because results get amplified each time you come. What would you say to somebody who's on the fence, who really wants to see new results in their life, but they just haven't said yes to the mindset retreat?
Right.
What would you say to them?
Well, you know, really pay attention, because those excuses that get in the way, like I'm too busy, don't have the money, not sure if it'll work for me, all of those excuses, take a good look at that, because that's the part of you that wants to keep you down. And so like an example, we have our next live event like a day or 2 after Mindset. And I'm like, so, I mean, we're busy leading up to a big live event. I mean, I could have given every excuse in the book that would have sound logical, like, oh yeah, Shelley, you shouldn't go. But I know to really get to the level that I want to is to, that kind of environment is priceless. And so do what you can. Clear your schedule, get a babysitter, borrow the money, you know, do what you can, because what you'll get from that is so far beyond what you can even imagine.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. In fact, I think I like what you brought up, is any excuse that is holding you back currently from coming to the Mindset Retreat is usually the same excuse that you use for other opportunities that you've asked for, that divinity has given you, spirit, or just, you know, Mother Nature, whatever you want to call it. You asked, it was given, but it was given in the form of an opportunity. And if you don't action that opportunity because of this excuse that you typically use, the money, the kids, the travel, the I'm too busy, I don't know how, will I really do it, blah, 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 that's the same excuse that you use. So this is about getting out of your comfort zone and exercising that muscle of getting out of your comfort zone, so that by coming to the Mindset Retreat, most people start the process right then and there, and they begin to take a no excuses approach. So I like what you said, Shelley. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm so inspired by your whole story of like ready to give up and on your way to $500,000. And then, you know, within a year or 2 after that, 7 figures, baby.
Yeah, oh yes. Keep coming to Mindset.
Well, thank you so much for being here. And I have someone else to introduce you to. And before I do that, I know that some people can't stay the entire hour and 15 minutes. So I want to just, if you're curious about the Mindset Retreat, this is last year's Mindset Retreat binder. It's not really a binder, it's a spiral. But this is like everything. I have so much to share with you. As you can tell, Dream Bigger is the first tab. There's a bonus session at the end of the first day. Clearing the Gunk is day 2. And there's another bonus session after that. And then Acting with Faith is day 3. This is chock full of amazing learning. Most people tell me that they keep this on their desk at all times, and that they put all of these mantras. I give lots of these things, lots of actionable tools. They put them on their wall because it shifts people on an internal level. one of the things I want to say to you about the Mindset Retreat is that you don't actually have to go do any homework afterwards. This is one of the only workshops or events where the transformation happens in the actual workshop. So all you have to do is say yes and show up, and then I got you after that. We'll take care of you. We've got everything planned for you, full support, full yumminess. We have so much fun because we're going to do some work. We're going to laugh. We're going to dance. If you want to dance, I'll dance. Maybe I can get Joe to dance, Haley to dance, maybe. I don't know, maybe. But lots of people to talk to. The tribe that comes is amazing. There are people who will become your friends for life. Somehow the people who go through the filter of attending the Mindset Retreat show up and they are open-hearted and they are ready to do the work. They're ready to have fun. They're ready for friendships. And it's about creating a transformation right then and there. So I'm just going to briefly read this. I think you can go to mindsetretreat.com to read this. And stick around because I have one more person I want you to meet. Totally different business. But the Mindset Retreat, the premise of this 3-day Mindset Retreat is rooted in the understanding that your results, meaning your income level, your level of success, anything that you're experiencing right now, even your relationships, whatever, your health, your level of meaning and fulfillment, these aren't actually a result of how hard you work or what you do. Instead, your results are directly correlated to your inner game of mindset. It's a composite of your psychology of success, your beliefs, your fears, your self-image, your behaviors, and your habits and actions, as well as how big you're willing to play. And that is what really creates results. Or that, if they're not set up well, is what is creating frustration in your life. The minute you shift all that on an internal level, your results begin to soar. So this is about shifting your inner game and your mindset. And when you go through this process with us over a period of 3 days, it creates a profound shift in how you approach everything in your life. It allows you to get out of your own way and dramatically increase your results very, very quickly. Most people make back their investment within 30 days, if not more. And we know this because we reach out to the attendees within 30 days and say, hey, how'd you do? And people are like, I got 5 new clients. I got $2,000. There's some, if you go to mindsetretreat.com, you can see some testimonials. You'll see here that Rebecca Marler closed $64,000 of business from attending the Mindset Retreat. Katie Mazzocco, $32,000. Adam Haroon closed $9,285. Patrick Conley generated $1,000 of additional income in his first week. And now his business has soared. $25,000 in new business for Lauren Fogelman. It just keeps going and going. I want to read you this one quote from Doug Hecker. Doug Hecker is not your typical woo-woo kind of guy. He's a former police officer. And here's what he said. Since the Mindset Retreat, just in case you're not a woo-woo person, right? I'm woo-woo on the inside, just not on the outside. Since the Mindset Retreat, I launched a new website, developed a new free offer for prospects, started a new mastermind group for my clients, and have written my own book. This process woke me up. I am totally committed to the success of my business and will not let doubt or fear stop me from my goals. My advice to anyone considering attending is an absolute yes. This mindset work was a game changer for me, and I cannot say enough about the impact it has had on my business. And Colleen Sedgwick attracted 10 new ideal clients and 5 new ideal employees since the Mindset Retreat. And we've got dozens, if not hundreds of these. I share this with you to inspire you to at least take a look at mindsetretreat.com. There's a description video. There's a video of people sharing their results. And if you decide to join us today and until Monday, by going to mindsetretreat.com, you will get the incentive tuition. On Monday, it goes up to $19.95. For now, it's just 3 payments of $545. So you make a payment today, and then a month from now, after the mindset retreat, payment number 2 comes. By then, you have a new mindset. By then, you're making more money. And then a third payment. Or you could just choose to do $14.95, and that's the best deal, and just take care of it. You got 3 bonuses. The first is when you register today, you get access, immediate access to a quick start mindset webinar series with several videos from me, several webinars to get your mindset transformation starting now, even before you come to the mindset retreat in 2 weeks. So you can actually make money by watching the mindset webinar series before you even get to mindset. So your transformation starts now, and that's when you sign up today until Monday. And we usually save this for the second bonus is for, we usually save it for CABS members. CABS is the Client Attraction Business School. A full day of strategic planning with me for your 2015 goals. And it's limited to our CABS students, but you get a backstage pass to this strategic full planning day. And basically it's about accelerating your income for 2015. We'll map out everything that you're going to do with your marketing and your business for 2015. Most people, people who come and spend a day with me spend $15,000. You get this for free when you come and do this. And then for the first 7 people who join us today on this for this mindset retreat on this live stream Google Hangout, you will get a strategic phone call with me. A small group where I will mastermind with you, answer any questions you have. This happens after the mindset retreat. So there are 3 bonuses. They're available today until Monday, but after Monday, the tuition is gone. This whole package is gone. So if it speaks to you, mindsetretreat.com. Our next guest is phenomenal. She is a woman who has experienced so much in her life. Very, very successful woman in her career, and then started her own business, and then found that the economy gave her some challenges, really questioned her ability to start a business, and we've been working with her on her mindset over the last, I would say about a year or so. I want you to meet Michelle Tenzik and hear what she's created as a result of working on her mindset, and let her inspire you. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Fabienne. How are you?
I'm happy. Oh, let me see your dress. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
So I know that you can't stay here for a very long time, so I want to squeeze as much as I can from your experience. I really have you inspire the folks who are here today. So, Michelle, tell us about you. Tell us, give us your website. Tell us what you do, and then tell us a little bit about your story and where you were before Mindset.
Sure. I first just want to acknowledge Christine and Shelley and all that they're creating in the world, and just thankful that I'm in this with them. So first, hi to both of them, and I'm very happy to be here with them. And, you know, what's interesting about what both of them said, and Fabienne, what you're saying, is when I came to your program in June of 2013, I was relaunching my business, which is East 10th Group, and we are a HR consulting, leadership development, and executive coaching business here in New York City, and we service all over the United States, but primarily the New York area. And when I relaunched the business after coming out of another senior corporate role, I had made a decision that if I still had a business that was in the very low 6 figures, that I would shut the business after 1 year. It was too hard to continue running a business in the corporate world, because that's where I service. I service corporate clients. Because my corporate career, for me, I was able to make more money in the corporate setting.
Yeah.
Although that's certainly not what I wanted to do. And all I can say is that in working with you and my classmates, I'm happy to say and to share with your audience today that a year plus later, I've more than tripled the business.
And you were already doing well in your business.
And I was doing well, but the difference is it's everything that you were talking about and very much Christine and Shelley touched upon, which was it was a lot to do with my mindset. It was things like thinking I had to do it all. I would say no to certain opportunities. And I can give the audience a very recent example. I just got a call. I got a lead on a piece of business where my initial reaction was, no, not me, because it's a kind of business that I haven't done before. But interestingly enough, I reminded myself that I just got certified in doing this kind of work earlier this year. And even though I haven't delivered it for a client, because my mindset is now to say yes, I emailed right away and followed up and said, yes, I'd love to talk to you. And that's a mindset change for me, that I need to step up and play a bigger game. And because I've been able to say yes, my business has grown. But I think the other thing that I really want to convey to everyone is there's no doubt that it's mindset, and I fully concur. But there's mindset, and then there's the actions that you need to take. And as much as I don't know Christine as well as I know Shelley, I know Shelley enough now to know that her mindset has changed, but she then takes the actions following the mindset shift. And certainly you do the same, Fabienne. I mean, I watch you take the actions based on that mindset shift, because our minds shift, but then there's actions. And you've asked me all year long, what have you done, Michelle, to make this successful? And it's the mind shift is changing. It's reminding myself to play bigger. And then it's, for me, doing 3 things a day.
Yeah.
The 3 things a day.
Yeah,
the 3 things a day, and repeating
overwhelmed that they get in their own way because they're trying to do 18 things a day. And successful people don't try to do it all. They do less better.
Yes.
They do less better. And you proved that, and you've been able in 1 year to triple your income. This is crazy. Crazy awesome.
Yeah. And, I'm on my way to the $500,000 mark. It's very much within my reach, which I pinch myself. And as you know, I also am the founder of The Truth Behind Our Titles, which is a movement to help people look at their adversity and struggles in the corporate and professional setting.
Yeah, and tell people about that event that you're doing in October.
On October 1st, it coincides with the Mindset Retreat. And unlike Shelley, I don't have the courage to come to Mindset because it's my first big event.
But this was something that was born out of a shift in mindset that said, wait, I'm not going to hide from the thing that I want to do the most. I'm going to take big action no matter what people think of me.
Yes, 100%. And
you've been on the news, Fox News.
Yes, I would say that there's so many variables as to why am I able to do this year. And by far, one of the biggest reasons is because I've shifted my mindset. You're my coach. I'm in this program. And when I get scared, which I do, I get in fear, I just remind myself that it's all possible because I'm with like-minded people and people who have gone before me. And it's possible. And that's because I'm in a community with client attraction, with mindset, and my mindset shifted that it's possible.
Yeah.
And so I can say things to myself. I have mantras that I've learned through my year with you to say, yes, that's right.
Yeah. So, Michelle, I know you can't stay here for the next, 3 hours with us, although I could have this conversation forever.
Because my business has grown, and I've got business to attend to. I have new clients that I came from. I have clients I'm going to, so I'm busy.
Yep. Tripling your income in 1 year, I guess that does that. Before you go, words of advice for those who have been afraid to invest in themselves up till now, who are this close to signing up at mindsetretreat.com. What would you say to them?
I would say it's no different than last June when I made the investment to join overall. At that point in time, I had made year-to-date $4,000 in my business. And my view was I needed to make an investment in myself and in my business if I was going to grow and change. And I needed to take a huge leap of faith. I was in my own way, and I needed to get out of my way. So I say to anybody who might be on the fence, take the leap of faith and be in a room full of like-minded people. Get energized, get supported, ask for help, and work on yourself. It's the greatest gift that you could give to yourself.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michelle. Sending you so much love. And, you know.
I have to run. I'm sorry.
Go make some money.
The business is calling me. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Michelle. And so you guys have heard the description about the Mindset Retreat. As I said, the tuition goes up to full tuition on Monday, September 22nd at midnight Eastern, up to $2,000. There are people who will continue to enroll up until probably 2 days before it always happened, and they'll pay full boat. But if you'd like the reduced tuition, if you'd like the free webinar series to get your transformation going now, if you want the backstage pass to the entire strategic plan and day for 2015, so we focus on your income generation acceleration, then you can get that today. And if you're among the first 7, then you get that strategy phone call with me, small group where we mastermind your business and I take you to the next level. That's if you go to mindsetretreat.com. If this speaks to you, great. If it doesn't speak to you, great. All I wanted was for you to be inspired today. And before we shut down this Hangout, Christine, what would you say to someone who is this close to signing up and hasn't done it yet? What would you say to them?
It's interesting what Michelle just said about like when she first invested it her first time, because it made me it reminded me of my first event that I registered with you, and it was $1,200, and I remember thinking, oh my God, that is more money than I make in a month. There is no way that plus I'm going to have to fly there and I'm going to have to pay the hotel. And I was scared to death. But I look back now and spend $1,200 now is not that much. So it's funny how
you're making so much more.
I'm definitely making a lot more, and I know what I get from the investment. If you don't spend any on yourself to improve and to grow, I mean, in the fitness industry, we have to take continuing education credit, so I understand that, but it really pays back in so many more ways than, personal development, your growth of your business, financially. The investment in the actual event is, it'll seem like a lot now, but in 6 months or a year, it'll seem like, why did I even think that was a big investment?
Why did I even question it, knowing what I know now, hindsight being 20/20, that I made that back in a month or 2 months?
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody says. Christine, congratulations on all your results, and I know that more is to come, so I'm just sending you lots of love and big hugs, and I can't wait to see the DVD. Yeah. And Shelly, what would you say as we are wrapping up on our mindset, live stream, hangout, inspiration-y time together? Based on what you heard from Michelle and from Christine, what would you say is the takeaway that you'd like the folks on the line hanging out with us to come away with?
Yeah, I think the thing that it is to take that leap of faith, and just what Christine said, for many people that investment could be just like, oh my gosh, but you really have to invest at the level that you want to go to. So you're already, the decision to come is making a core shift within you. So really thinking of it as an investment in where you want to be. Because otherwise that mind that wants to kind of hold you back is going to find excuse, and also when it seems impossible, and you feel like, gosh, there's no way, make the decision to come. Just commit, and the way will appear for you to come.
Throw your whole self in, right?
Yes.
You can't get results from things you don't commit yourself to.
Right.
And you and I were talking about the fact that greatness does not go on sale. You got to work for greatness.
Yes, absolutely.
All the cheap stuff is easy, will go on sale. All the cheap stuff is easy to get, not the quality, not greatness. And so you got to work for greatness. You just have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone and do the things that other people aren't willing to do. And if this is the one time that you do this in your life, let it be the thing that will create a transformation for years to come. Thank you, Shelley. I'm so happy that you were here with us.
I know.
And I can't wait to see you.
Yes, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it will be. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being with me on my first Google Hangout. Sending you all so much love. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.